Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer news for FC Barcelona. We start with this Girona defensive midfielder, Oriol Romeu, as it have now been reported that Barca are advancing in negotiations with the La Liga rivals for the ex-La Masia midfielder. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Franck Kessie, as it has been reported that the Barca star have been offered another double your wage deal by Al Ali. The player is considering a move. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Despite the option of Marcelo Brozovic potentially emerging back on the table, it seems like Barcelona are progressing with an alternate option to strengthen the pivot position with Oriol Romeu. Indeed, according to Barca-based journalist Gerard Romero, Barcelona are gradually advancing in negotiations with Girona for Oriol Romeu, who himself had a meeting with his agent earlier today. Romeu is a player that Barca know very well, considering that he came through the youth ranks at La Masia and even made a couple of senior appearances before leaving for Chelsea in 2011. It was at Southampton, though, where he gained valuable experience, spending 7 years at St. Mary's before joining Girona last summer. Back in La Liga, the 21-year-old enjoyed a solid campaign with the Catalan outfit, making 33 appearances in which he even scored a couple of goals. Now the midfielder could get to fulfill the dream of playing for Barcelona again as talks between the La Liga champions and their local rivals progress in the right direction. Romeo has a release clause worth 10 million euros in his contract, but reports suggest that Girona would be open to lowering that price if a player is included as part of the operation. Either way, negotiations seem to be progressing well, and given the nominal fee involved, it might not be difficult for Barcelona to complete the signing of their former midfielder in the coming days. While Romeo would not exactly be a like-for-like replacement for Sergio Busquets, Barcelona are not in a position to go after their primary targets. Martin Zubimendi and Joshua Kimmich, as confirmed by President Joan Laporta himself in an interview on Thursday. He said, "These are operations that we are not considering at all at the moment due to the significant economic level," Laporta had said. As such, Barcelona may have to settle for Romeo as a short-term option before going for their ideal replacement for Busquets once their financial situation has improved. Of course, Romeo now remains the most talked about DM that Barca have been linked with after it was reported that Marcelo Brozovic signing is impossible. The player have agreed deals already with Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, as Barcelona have really wasted time to make things happen. Of course, Brozovic was really open to joining Barca. He really wanted to, but from the way Barca were like slowing things down for the reasons that we all know well, financial reasons, it means a deal for Brozovic was not possible. And now Barca are putting all their attentions now on Oriol Romeu, of course, from Girona, who looks very, very, he looks very affordable. And I think Barca will likely get this guy if they push for him because there is no rival. There is no other club that have been pushing interest in him. Because I think Barca always fail to sign some of these their targets when there's a club showing interest as well, and most of those clubs are always financially better than Barca in terms of the offer that they make. We saw the likes of Brozovic, how Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia was really dealing with Barca full time in their terms of their offer they made. We couldn't compare with them, and I think that have tempted the player to have finally said yes, and he will be leaving to Saudi Arabia, as Fabrizio Romano has confirmed. So now Oriol Romeu looks more affordable, and as Girona knows very well that Barca are so interested. The player himself is interested for a move. His release clause currently stands at 10 million euros. And of course, 10 million euros is affordable. It should be affordable by Barca. Even if you are crying the highest broke club in the world, I think it should be affordable. But from the look of things, Barca are saying that they want to give 5 million euros. Like, no price can satisfy Barca nowadays. They just want to beg for a reduced price for any player that they see out there. But Girona are saying that if Barca want to pay a lower fee like 5 million, then Barca should include a player. There should be a part exchange deal plus 5 million before they can give out Romeo for such a price. But Barca don't want to do that. So I think that is what might keep negotiations dragging on and on. So let's see what happens as Xavi continues to look for a new defensive midfielder. There were even reports saying that Romeo does not fit the bill as a Barca player. There are some members in the Barca board that don't want Barca to go for him. Unlike Xavi Hernandez, who has been very instrumental for Barca going for Oriol Romeu after Brozovic's signature have failed. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, reports of Saudi Arabia's interest in Barca midfielder Franck Kessie started doing the round since Tuesday night. It was suggested that a club from the Middle East known as Al Ahly was willing to make in a dazzling offer for the Ivorian. Now, the Athletic provides more details on the offer that has been proposed by Al Ahly to Franck Kessie. As per that report, the proposal that the 26-year-old has received from the Saudi Arabian outfit would see his salary at Barca get doubled. However, Franck Kessie and his entourage are not entirely satisfied with that offer, and they have informed Al Ahly that they will need to improve that if he is to consider a move to Saudi Arabia. Given that he has a contract with Barca until 2026, Barca for their part are open to selling Franck Kessie and would be happy to see him secure a transfer to Al Ahly. The Blaugrana are seeking a transfer fee of about 30 million for the former AC Milan star, and Xavi has already informed him that his role next season will be greatly reduced following Ilkay Gundogan's arrival. Franck Kessie had also been linked with a move to Inter Milan as part of a swap deal involving Marcelo Brozovic, but it does not appeal to the midfielder given his past allegiances to AC Milan. With Franck Kessie seeking improved terms to consider a transfer to Al Ahly, the Saudi Arabian giants are therefore understood to be prepared to meet his demands, despite having already offered a double his current salary. Barca would therefore be hoping that the new proposal from the Asian outfit is enough to convince Frank to move this summer, which would see them reduce salary mass and generate some much needed income. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.